NSW Premier Gladys Berejiklian has been forced to deny her party has a women problem, with a cabinet reshuffle following her election victory seeing the representation of women drop by 1. In what the Premier said was a combination of experience and new blood from the city and the bush, Ms. Berejiklian announced a number of new portfolios in her ministry with a particular focus on what she called supporting the most vulnerable. Flanked by Deputy Premier and NSW Nationals leader John Brillero, Ms. Berejiklian announced new portfolios of regional youth and regional transport as well as combining energy and environment, which will be taken by Matt Keane. Externally, Berejiklian will tweet the government has separated agriculture and water into separate portfolios, with Adam Marshall taking the former and Melinda Pavey being promoted to water following former Minister Neil Blair's retirement. The Premier's leadership team is largely unchanged, with Dominic Perrottet remaining as Treasurer and Andrew Constance maintaining transport and roads, as well as leader of the House responsibilities. David Elliott has been promoted to police and Anthony Roberts will become counter-terror and corrective services minister. Whether you live in the city, whether you live in the regions, every corner of NSW will be serviced by our government, the Premier said. And we've certainly heard what people said to us during and after the election. For the first time we'll have a minister dedicated to water security, for the first time we will have a Minister of Energy and Environment in the same portfolio. It makes sense for us to have those portfolios together. Yet the question of women, and their representation in cabinet, was something Ms. Berejiklian was forced to address. There are 5 women, including the Premier, in her new 23-person cabinet, with 3 women ministers members of the National Party. There were 6 women in the previous cabinet. Former Environment and Local Government Minister Gabrielle Upton was dumped from cabinet. Photo: Vaucluse MP Gabrielle Upton is the loser in the cabinet reshuffle. ABC News: There's a long way to go, but I'm pleased with the progress we're making, she said. I'm incredibly proud of all the new women coming through the ranks. I've been able to promote a number of women as parliamentary secretaries. We've got at least 3 new women as parliamentary secretaries. I always said I wanted to have a target of 50%, in terms of new members elected to Parliament. We've got 6 new members of Parliament in the Liberal Party and 3 are women. And I'm thrilled because we've actually reached our target. The new Disability Services Minister Gareth Ward said he was the first person with a disability ever to hold the portfolio following the cabinet reshuffle. The Kiama MP is legally blind and was promoted to Minister for Families, Communities, and Disability Services. He said his main focus would be on ensuring everyone can reach their full potential. I was somebody growing up who was told I wouldn't amount to much, Mr. Ward said. I'm the first minister for disabilities to actually have a disability, and I want this to be an example to others who have a disability to know that you can strive to achieve your full potential, whatever that may be. Upper House still up in the air. Ms. Berejiklian's reshuffle comes as the makeup of the NSW Legislative Council is still very much an unknown. According to the ABC's Legislative Council live results, 9.3% of the vote is counted, with Labour receiving 32. .3% of the vote and 7 seats, and the coalition 29.5% with 6 seats. The Greens are currently predicted to have 2 seats and One Nation 1, along with the Shooters, Farmers and Fishers and Liberal Democrats. According to the calculator, 3 of the 21 seats are in doubt. The Keep Sydney Open Party, with 2. .9% of the vote, is next in line and in serious running to pick up a seat for its candidate and party founder Tyson Coe. It ran on a promise of scrapping Sydney's lockout laws and revitalising Sydney nightlife. It is followed in the count by the Christian Democrats, 2.5%, and Animal Justice Party, 2. .3%. However, these are only speculative results and the end result will not be known for weeks. Contact Nick Sass,